Well, welcome, friends. Here we are, still in Anchorage. Yes, my last flight was last Sunday. We landed in Anchorage after a long flight from Sapporo, Japan, and I had quite a week at work. So I just didn't get a chance to do any flying this week. So here it is, Saturday, December 5th. And we're still in Anchorage, and we are about to head out to Walla Walla, Washington. Airport code is Kilo Alpha Lima Whiskey. See how things go, but 5 days out of the sim, I might be a little rusty, but let's get in the cockpit. It is 1:52 p.m. Anchorage time, 2:52 p.m. here in LA, but I need to get flying. I miss it. So let's go. What do you say? All right, let's get in the cockpit. All right. Always forget it's December, so I mean it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it doesn't look like it with these short days. Just downloaded the latest patch. So hopefully there's no problems when it comes to that. But let's fire her up. What do you say? Go ahead and find our battery button if we can. I wish they had a headlamp even in daylight hours.
TAWS system
There we go.
test.
That's better.
Okay.
Left battery, right battery on. Left gen, right gen on. And then we'll go ahead and start our APU. Okay, wait for that to come up to 100% on the APU. 23, 24, moving up nicely. While we're waiting for that to come up, we'll turn on our recognition lights. Expect pushback here momentarily, so we'll deactivate our parking brake. That sort of happens automatically. And go ahead and confirm our bleed. All set to normal. Yes, looks good. Whoops, I brought that up on accident. Thought I heard that weird little click that it does on the parking brake. Okay, go ahead and fire up the engines. Start with the right. Okay. Wait for that N2% to come up to 60% as the right engine spools up. Go through the same thing here with the left in a moment. Activate our flight directors. Set our cruising altitude, 45,000 feet. It's the max ceiling for this airplane. There, pushback's just started. Altitude set 45,000. Set our vertical speed to 3,500 feet per minute. And our selected airspeed at 200. Good. Go ahead and switch this over to nav source to FMS, bearing 1 GPS. Check our percentage now on N2, we're good. Do left engine. Get that baby going. Confirm that N2% is going up on the left engine as well. We got our pushback, he's backing off now. Actually going to take off from the same runway we landed on. Actually see it right here, 7 right. Actually see it on the VFR map as well. There it is. Okay. Everything's going splendidly right now. Make sure we set our PFD settings on this to option 2. Good. That's now showing here. And we'll activate our pitot heat. may need additional anti-icing measures as we climb out, but for now we definitely need pitot heat. Flaps 1 notch. Let's go outside and just make sure everything looks good. It's beautiful. Flaps 1 notch. Watch this right here. Very good. Go and activate our taxi lights. Oh boy, this camera, they still haven't fixed this. Alright, taxi lights are on. And this all looks pretty good. Tail flood, anti-collisions as well. So, we'll set our timer just so it's ready to activate. But we won't start it until we line up. We do have a bit of a taxi to go. You can kind of see from these arrows we're going to go this way. So we're going to taxi to the left, sharp U-turn, and then headed over to the runway. We'll deactivate our APU and reconfirm we're good on then 2%. All right. This is looking good so far. Thought I would be a little rusty, but it went okay. Let's go. Let's get out of here before the sun sets. Head back to the lower 48. Let's go. There we go. Okay. This thing picks up speed fast, man, I'll tell you. Alright, kind of a gloomy day here up in Alaska. Chilly. It is cold out here. Outside air temperature showing on the... sorry. Just handling these turns. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking. Hey, this guy's about to get hit. He got out of the way just in time. Alright, we're headed towards the runway. Headed south. You can actually see on the MFD here. I'm going to go this way, turn this way, and then take off. Doing 15 knots right now. Taxi speed, that's fine. Conservative, but let's add a little gas to it. Alright, we're looking good. Make a little turn here in a moment. There it is. Okay. I'm going to cross a runway here, so we'll be careful. Stop on the bars before we actually cross this runway 3315. Probably don't.
Approaching runway 1533.
Actually, it won't stop, but we'll just take a look here, make sure nobody's
Enter
coming.
runway 1533.
Already confirmed the active runway is runway 07. Live traffic was showing numerous airplanes on final when I was on the setup page. Yeah, outside air temperature minus 14 degrees Celsius, 7 degrees Fahrenheit, chilly. 7 degrees in Anchorage right now. Humidity is 81%. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 5 miles an hour. Visibility is 9 miles according to live weather. Outside pressure is 2961. We will calibrate our altimeter, see if that's accurate. 2934, okay. Close enough. Let's zoom in on our MFD here so we have a better view of the airfield. There we go. Yeah, a week in Anchorage at the Alyeska Resort. That's where I stayed. Very nice week. But time to head back to the lower 48. Eagerly awaiting seasons. Eagerly awaiting seasons in Flight Sim. They'll get here when they get here, but it'll be even better once they do. There's the sock. That's good. That's consistent with my expectation about the winds from the active runway. Okay, we'll make a right turn. Head parallel to our takeoff runway. And get ready. Hit the skies after 5 long days. I'm glad to be back. I need a little bit of flight sim time. I don't know about you. So now we, as you see here, just gonna head all the way down here, turn around, take off. And try not to forget the timer. 18 knots now. But definitely a cold, gloomy day up here in Anchorage today. It's a straight line now all the way to our eventual left turn to line up. So we can pick up the speed a little bit. Somebody on final right there, you can see. That's kind of cool. I really do enjoy having other simmers and live traffic in sim. It makes it better. There's something almost, I don't know, eerie about the fact that somebody else who's on final right now into Anchorage is seeing me, my airplane, on his screen taxiing for a takeoff on a runway 07 right. I mean, I think that's interesting. I'm fascinated by it. In terms of maintaining runway alignment or taxiway alignment, I use this, keep this white airplane icon on that yellow line and you'll be dead center. Which is not to say I always do keep it there, but that's the goal. Here we are. Getting ready to turn around. But we gotta wait since somebody's on final. Actually, another plane's on final too, so I'm not gonna be able to just jump onto the runway here at this busy airport. Happily, it'll probably be a little bit quieter. Oh, you know what? I actually stand corrected. This runway right here is 7 left, so we're actually going to cross that in order to get to 7 right. But that doesn't change the fact that there's still airplanes on final. There's that guy. Looks like he's doing a nice final. Little Cessna. Little junior varsity team. It's all right, pal. We all started somewhere. Okay, we're going to get ready to cross. Runway 7 left. Looks like he's touched down. Yep. Looks good. Before we cross this active, or this runway, we'll just make sure.
Approaching runway 07 right.
Actually,
Enter runway 07 right. 10,900 feet remaining.
I stand corrected again. This is 7 right. I think we didn't ever have to cross over 7 left because 7 left is farther this way. So we sort of skirted it. Anyway, before I run out on here onto the runway, let's make sure we got takeoff clearance. Clear for takeoff. We are. Let's just go outside for just a moment just to make sure nobody's on final. Oh! Okay, this is why you don't listen to ATC. You see this? It would have been bad if I'd just taxied out onto the runway. This guy would have been pissed. Let's watch him land. This could be cool. I don't see any gear. Dude, you're in for a rough landing if you don't get... There they are. Beautiful. Wow. Really nice landing, dude. Boy, you nailed it. Let's see if there's somebody else out, but he's not on short final. He's a ways out. So in real life, they tell me to line up and wait. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to activate our landing lights, deactivate that, activate pulse, and activate tail flood. Okay, and we'll get ready to start our timer. Sync our heading bug. Okay. He's still on the runway, so we can't take off yet. That's a funny example about how you don't listen to ATC, why you wouldn't want to listen to ATC. Okay, he's cleared the runway, so we're good to go. Let's do this. All right, let's start our timer. Make sure we don't forget that. Start. Let's get out of here. Off we go to Washington. There's another airplane taxiing over to our runway as well. Let's go. Going right into a 7-knot headwind, so that's good. 110, 120, 140, 150, and rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Very nice stable climb out. Activate autopilot. Activate auto throttle. Gear are retracted, flaps. Activate nav. Very nice. Very nice, stable takeoff, stable climb out. We're over the runway threshold now, making a right turn. Getting out of Anchorage. Take a look outside. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful Cook Inlet. We'll zoom out here on our MFD. We don't need quite so much. There we go. That's better. That was nice. Let's go ahead and switch over to FLC. Increase our speed 230 knots. Zero. There we go. Once we get to 10,000, we'll go above 250. Flying high today, though. We're going to head into these clouds. I'm going to make a left turn here in a moment. As we head into these clouds, we'll deal with some icing, I suspect. Go ahead and deactivate our landing lights. Good, nice, stable climb out. Hauling ass. This thing's a rocket ship. Unbelievable. Making that left turn now. Look at that. Wow. There's Anchorage. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Mountains are beautiful. Flaps are up, gear is up, auto throttle's on, timer's on, landing lights are disabled, deactivated, altimeter 2941. Just going so fast right now and climbing so fast. We'll increase our airspeed now that we're above Climbing through 14,000. So tricky to use this sometimes. Climbing so fast. Wow. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, there's the icing. As I suspected. See that? Let's go ahead and activate our additional anti-icing equipment. Left engine, right engine, wing. That should handle that. Look at these guys. That formation makes me think of some military aircraft out of Elmendorf.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Climbing through transition altitude, we'll switch our barometer to 902. Standard, about 18,000. There we go. Could have just pressed it, so it's STD, which is a humorous set of initials for something so otherwise banal. Let's go and zoom out just a bit more on our MFD. I'm showing us right now at a 10 nautical mile range. Let's take it out to 50. That's better. Nice stable climb out. Should come out on top of these clouds here momentarily. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and set up our wing view. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Gotta tinker with this. Oh, I love the sun coming through the window. That was sweet. It'll be nice when they get some nice default views for wing shots and things like that. It's too bad that they didn't model the interior of the Longitude like they did the TBM. Little chop I'm noticing here, but we're on our track route, headed southeast to Walla Walla. I'm guessing about, oh, look at this. We're going to come out right on top of these clouds in just a moment. There's some blue sky. Fantastic. Climbing through 260. There's the sun off to the right. Here we go. Climbing on top. Just where we like to be. Nice. Beautiful, crystal blue, cold Alaskan skies. Okay. So we're going to keep on cruising up here to 45,000 feet, flight level 450, on our trip southeast. Right now, just about to head out over the Gulf of Alaska. Basically, as you can kind of see here on our VFR map, going to track the west coast of North America, British Columbia. Eventually get down to pass over Seattle, and which is right here. And before you know it, there we will be. Coming up on top of the weather now, so this is the end of part one. Thanks for joining us for our taxi and takeoff out of Anchorage. PANC, Papa Alpha November Charlie, after a long week for me at work. I've been missing a good relaxing flight. So headed back to the lower 48 now. Took off from Sacramento when we started this trip. Headed south to Maui, Tahiti, Auckland, Sydney, Perth, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Osaka, Tokyo, Sapporo, Anchorage, where we just left, and now back to the lower 48. So, thanks for joining us, and we'll tune in for part 2 in, I don't know, about 3 hours when we get on approach to the RNAV, runway 20 at Walla Walla. Safe travels, and thanks for joining us.